Hello, my loves. Happy New Year. Welcome to my first ever episode, my introductory episode of Seeking Zenith. For those of you who already know me, you know that I love to talk on most of my social media platforms. And I recently decided in this new year that it was finally time to start my own YouTube channel. And so welcome. Here we are to Seeking Zenith, Rising Consciousness, where we are going to have the freedom to discuss a wide array of topics that are going to center around human connection and how we can evolve into a better space. As a species, we are finally in the Aquarian age, which that means we are leaving the negativity behind. We are entering into an age of truth and of freedom and all things good in this world, right? We want to let go of all of what is negative and painful that was holding us back in these past very crucial decades. And as a woman who is of a more mature age, I have seen a lot. I have seen the patterns, and I am here to feel through that with you, to express that with you, and to discuss what I have learned from that process. And looks like my cat wants to become a part of the conversation as well. Folks, let me go let her in really quick, or she's gonna keep meowing. Never mind, she went into my daughter's room. So where was I? Okay, so why don't I go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Amber Taupe, and I moved to Florida about 3.5 years ago, right at the peak of COVID time. And I left behind my life in Los Angeles, just my daughter and I. We sold our home there and we moved out here because, well, honestly, we were trying to escape a lot of the political mess that was happening in the city at that time and how it was affecting our lives as creators, as performers, and just as human beings in general. And so we decided to seek a more peaceful life, a more free life out here in Florida, and we are loving it. And I'm a woman who has worn many hats. I have gone through a lot. I have seen a lot. I grew up with a lot of traumas that I have faced, and I have made a huge point to try and heal from, right? Because I have always had this inner sense, this inner knowing of wanting to love and be loved in a great depth that I can't really describe, but I always knew it existed. I always knew that it was there inside of myself, and from the time I was a child, I was always trying to look for ways to both receive it and also give it. And for those of you who know me, you know I'm a crazy, crazy animal lover, and that's part of the reason why I think that was my journey by God, to show me like different forms of consciousness through animals, through animal behavior. It taught me how to focus in on any life form, no matter how small, how big. And so from the time I was a child, I was obsessed with trying to love things, to care for things, and to nurture. And so that carried me through most of my life, taking care of, at one point, several animals, a goat and 4 dogs, following me through hiking trails, and people would take pictures and videos of us because it was just something they hadn't seen. And a lot of questions that I would get is, how do you get them to all listen to you? You don't even have to leash them, they just stay by your side, etc., etc. We can go into that in another video and episode on how to bond with your animal and not train. I can definitely guide you through that, but that was a huge part of what refined me as a woman and who I am today and the way that I like to live my life and love not only other people but also love myself. And so my animals have taught me a lot. I mean, I've rescued and raised squirrels and possums and goats and dogs and cats and chickens and birds. All kinds of creatures have fallen into my lap at one time or another, and I just couldn't say no. So that is that's part of an insight into who I am. I am now a single mother. And so what this what this channel is going to be focusing on is real human connection and consciousness on an authentic level, a real life woman's perspective. This is not going to be a curated channel. I haven't put tons and tons of money into this. It's just a very natural way of accessing you so that you feel you have a real platform to explore your own issues, your own consciousness, and how we can hold each other through that. What else I wanted to say that was going to be important for you in this first episode, so that you are prepared for the talks ahead. You're going to see a lot of different people on my channel, a lot of different walks of life, very normal people who aren't like big social media influencers who have millions of followers, and maybe someday we'll get to that point. But you're probably going to see a lot of normal, everyday people sharing their experiences, their real life experiences, so that you can get a sense of how to relate to that on an authentic level. You're going to hear from my daughter, Kaya, and she is probably my favorite person in the whole world. I mean, easily, hands down. I have gotten so blessed and lucky with her. And I think probably my greatest joy in life was raising her and getting to experience what that was like to nurture a human being. Like when I was younger, I told myself I wasn't gonna have kids. So by the time I got to the point where I was finally ready, I had the confidence, I was all in. I put every ounce of my heart and soul into her, and I have never ever regretted it for a moment, because I get it back every single day, and I'm absolutely grateful for her. And so go ahead and click the like button, follow, because we have some really exciting adventures ahead for you, and I cannot wait to see you back here, and I cannot wait to share with you my experiences and what I know, and hear yours as well. Lots of love and light to you in this new year. I am so excited for what it's bringing around. Happy Aquarian age, happy 2026, happy everything. I love you guys.